All right, here we go. KGB immediately. Here we go. I'll take it as a interesting point that KGB is not playing in Anarchy, because that would effectively mean that he has a medkit to use, and medkits aren't his favorite thing.
Scum all day long.
All right, I'll turn down the tune so we can hear the beautiful raindrops in the ruins of Sarnath. But it's going to be filled with screams and explosions here pretty soon.
Round begins
as we go in here.
3, 2.
So it's like Nyx versus Visor. Yeah. Start. No, we changed it right at the last minute. Okay, so you went the Ranger.
All right, so KGB.
Ranger versus.
Yeah. Which I don't hate. I mean, you still have the potential here for some Dire Orb deliciousness, and it looks like KGB's looking for it. He's also looking for a rail to the noggin, which he gets there, knocking off a lot of that extra armor. So he's looking for a safe way to go through rail and get to LG. Now, we just saw John moving through there, but he hasn't really set up a trap. He had to know that KGB still needed those weapons, and he's definitely going to know he's down there now. Nice trade. I mean, that still means that John can go back and get Mega at will, and the same can be said for KGB here at the armor.
Nice. Oh, yeah, didn't quite go that way. He heard him. John was trying to set a trap down there, but KGB shad0wma5t3r666 decided to go a different route.
All right, so he's finally getting a pickup of rocket launcher. He's just turtling this thing quite a bit until he knows he's ready for a fight, or at least until John brings one to him. Jeez, tongue, behave yourself. But he's doing the smart thing right now, just taking the item that's naturally his and allowing KGB to get an armor. You know, it's fine. At the same time, John could be picking up all the 25s in the world, but he's not. But he's ready with the LG, though. Holy crap, that was a ton of damage. And so now, as KGB wants to get away, it might not work out. Being down here is a little bit risky, especially as he comes around the corner. He's looking for the Dire Orb to save him. It's still 2 seconds before the Mega comes up. Is it worth it? Well, it is if both of them drop, but there's the response rail from John to take the first frag. Not bad, not bad.
I think John kind of shorted his rocket jump, but still was able to land his rocket and get the rail combo afterwards.
Yeah.
So good kill. He had KGB or Shadow Master. He had him on the ropes. The Dire Orb was just to save his own life and maybe get that Mega. But
all right, so John is looking pretty all right here. Just up on Visor still. Still 10 seconds before Mega, and there's not a huge reason for him to play too much for it. He needs to know where KGB is and see if he can get some free damage off of the jump pad. Is he going to hear it? Nope. But there's Mega, nicely timed. Armor's going to be up as well, and he's going to go for the stair dive. No, he's not. He's taking the longer route. He's going to find out if it's safe to come down this jump pad. He's going to go for it anyway. He's got LG ready, as well as rail, and KGB was none the wiser. Is he ready for this?
He should fight over this Mega. Yeah. He was delaying. He keeps trying to delay that heavy armor.
Yeah.
So. But he's getting outfought and pushed off of it. So if you're going to delay, you really want to make sure you get the item. So he didn't get it. So see if it ends up backfiring on him.
It was so dangerous for John there. I mean, he was totally railable and just sitting on the Mega, and as he comes around the corner, is completely stuffed like a turkey with rockets, and he really cannot afford to be here. Nice defensive rocket, though. Well, defensive, offensive, you be the judge. Either way, he's kept KGB off his back for a little bit longer here. He's looking nervous, though, knowing that he can be railed. Oh, solid shot. So rare that you have a Nyx with a better stack than a Visor here, but it won't take too many shots to even those scores. It's looking for the last one. That armor saving KGB's life just barely.
John taking a bit of a risk himself too, really pushing in that scenario. Both were really low. John landing some. Oh, he finally died. I mean, he was really for it. He was landing those rails, is really keeping him in it. So.
He was just being chased around the map, I mean, being bounced from 125 to the next without much room to make any decisions of his own.
1 minute warning.
But this thing has kind of flown past us with Nyx on Nyx, but it might not be for long here as John is taken down. That's 50 seconds that KGB needs to stay alive against a Galena. And with a Shadow Walk ready to go, that should be able to buy him some time and some distance. Especially with that shot. Okay, alright.
He should definitely be okay here.
Nice. Mega's up here, and that rail should keep John off his back. KGB's is spamming off to make sure that John knows, yeah, it's not a good idea to come down here. And there's no real response on the armor, so that'll give KGB a little bit more room to run, and with 20 seconds, this should be pretty safely in the bag. With that said, let's go see if John has any surprises up his sleeve. Gonna take an armor?
No, getting the mega health and armor for Shadow Master KGB. That was a wrap.
Yeah,
I mean, he got fully stacked and his invis is still up. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything now.
Nothing at all. So first round going over to KGB pretty cleanly there. Didn't see that awesome LG come out just yet, but the night is young.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Round 2. Fight.
Another hero. It needs a
I
monster.
can never talk over Ranger when he's saying that. It's too delicious. All right, but Shadow Master getting a grab for Rails and LG. And popping through the teleporter ends up being a little bit dangerous since John is already there ready with the rocket launcher. But not a whole lot of punishment from that just yet. He's looking for the rail. He had the right angle for it. Glanced away at the wrong second, though. But this means that for just this moment, John has the ability to maybe catch KGB either between Mega and Armor or on the exit from one of them. And instead, he's just going to end up taking a rocket to the face. Jeez.
Yeah, that was not the engagement. Not the way he wanted that engagement to go, that's for sure.
All right, but that rail will help out. But yeah, he needs to get out of here at this point. Oh, did he not have a Shadow Walk? Oh, man, that's rough. That would have been a good time to use it and get out of there.
He used it. He used it at the stairs at heavy armor when he was running away.
Nice. Finishing off with the Dire Orb, and that'll bring John back down to only Galena here.
Yeah, KGB looking strong. Shadow Master in command right now.
All right, but with full stack taken, the one thing that we're missing from John right now is, you know, any weapon hits.
I was going to be surprised.
Nasty rails.
I was going to be surprised if he got out of that one. Very surprised. So yeah, it was nice frag there. KGB, he's looking settled in. You know, I always interesting when players get acquainted with each other in the first minute or so of a duel, and as things progress into the rounds, you start seeing them kind of settle into each other's play style. So
some wine,
certainly
some
seems
nice
like
music,
yeah, getting their groove on, and Shadow Master seems like he's really settled into a nice rhythm right now. So.
Well, he's dancing with rockets at this point as he's looking for another angle on the rail. Almost had another one as John is looking for a way back down. Oh, not to the teleporter, actually. He's coming right back into LG. Which is actually pretty good for him, because if he can keep KGB down here, he can force a trade. Which would help quite a bit. Some armor would help him a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to hit tab here real quick and see how many light armors he's taken. He's actually taken more. Oh, all right, taken 8. Because that first round, it really didn't look like he was taking much at all. He was on the Mega just constantly, but not getting any armor.
Well, it's important to note right now that John has not picked up a single heavy armor.
Yeah.
Not one.
Oof. Nice little bit of rail there from John. KGB moving back through heavy, but of course Mega's coming up here in a second. So through the teleporter, John will have the ability to get this first. But the timings are too tight to be able to really take an item and then push it forward onto the other guy. So John's got to make the decision here between getting the safe item or doing some little bit of trap damage. Doesn't quite work out for him, though. Doesn't work out for either of them, as nothing really connects.
Yeah, a little... oh, here we go. Nice battle here. But John had a nice ambush setup.
I like this push forward, and KGB doesn't really have anything to do about it except the Dire Orb, but it doesn't quite connect. Nicely done by John.
Yeah, good finish there by John. Had his man on the ropes, and he really didn't have anywhere to go. Shadow Master Dire Orb was total desperation, as you pointed out. But yeah, John had him on the... oh, man.
Nice. And with only 50 health left over, he's going to need to spend a little bit of time recovering, but he's certainly starting to make a bit of a comeback here. If he can make one more frag, he'll at least get on the board and give himself another solid chance. Right, so with heavy armor coming up, gonna have to see if KGB shows up for the fight. He's not there for the fight or the trap on the jump pad either. Nice little bit of a duck there for John to minimize his airtime. He's looking for an angle here. This is the best stack he's had all game pretty much. With Mega up, he's baiting it out a little bit as well. And that's...
Yeah, that was the first time he had heavy armor. That's his last pickup. It was the first time he grabbed it all game. So.
Yeah. Let's see if he can maintain that loop. He's down here at the bottom right now. He can dive at will. And he knows that KGB will not be on his back here. And he's created some pretty good separation of the timing, so he has a lot of time to make his way from armor to Mega, but he's also choosing a really unideal route to get there. You can see KGB's up there, and he's ready to do some damage, and it might also mean that John will not have the ability to get the grab. There it is. Missed and gone, but neither of them do much damage there.
Yeah, almost got to be careful running in like that. Almost ran right into that prediction rocket from KGB.
Cool. KGB's just waiting for the drop down the chute. And John ends up taking a lot of damage there, partially helped by his own rocket. But his control, his stack has been completely gutted, as has his visor. There we have it.
You don't know what honorable
Nice frag, nice frag. It's just wearing him down. And it was only a matter of time, I mean, with the way things are going. So it's a good comeback frag for him. He's got time. I mean,
yeah.
John's not in a great spot. I mean, his invis is down right now, so he's got 20 seconds on that. So I mean, right now is a great opportunity for shad0wma5t3r666 to get back in this game, in this round, I should say.
Yeah. Oof. Jeez.
There it is.
Spoke too soon there. But now we're tied here, so we're going to go into overtime. Like you were saying, John had all of the best chances to kind of turtle up and not get caught by two rails and take this one into a timeout win. But now he doesn't have that option. He better start planting down some totems, getting ready for the overtime. Because he certainly can't take a fight right now.
Yeah, shad0wma5t3r just delayed that armor again, making sure there's nice separation between Mega Health. So he knows he's in command right now. He's probably going to make sure he runs these items.
2 rails for free out of John. That was well done. Yeah. And he's still coming through for this armor. Wow. I mean, John actually was a little bit slow getting up the stairs, but if he was any faster, that would have been a terrible idea for KGB. But he made his way out of it. Now we do have a totem coming up here in 2 seconds, as well as overtime. This would be a good time to use it for some health, yeah. He's still railable, though. Yeah, careful.
shad0wma5t3r used his sight, so he had a nice line on where he's at. Tried to get the finishing rail.
Nice. Certainly doing the work here. Only a little bit of armor left over for KGB. And this is where John could go down and attack the heavy at will. He's going to cut through railgun first, but he can hear KGB down there. It's going to be taken and gone. Can he get anything on the response? He's looking for the shot. Sees it, doesn't hit it.
Yeah, he's in big trouble. Oh, now he's in big trouble. He's got no armor is his biggest problem. So even though he's just sitting there at 100 health, I mean, 0 armor. And meanwhile, you know, shad0wma5t3r or KGB he's stacked. So it's just going to take one bad corner for John, and this is going to be a wrap for him. Unless something drastically changes, it's not looking good.
Yeah, he needs to make some sort of stance here. But this might not be it. He decides to plus back a little bit, and the rockets are good. But they both whip out a railgun close range. There's the totem for the heal, looking for the last little bit of damage on the rocket, and unfortunately, it cuts back the other way. KGB getting the frag, getting the map.
Made it a little interesting with the rail combo miss there down underneath, because you know John was really low. He could have just done another rocket or something. But good kill, good frag, way to get it done. I mean, he just dominated the heavy armor.
Yeah,
22
absolutely.
to 2.
That's insane.
22 to 2. I mean, John. I mean, if there's anything John can take away from this is just that. I mean, shad0wma5t3r just completely had map control. You can't give up that many armors and expect to do very well.
And the damage tells a bit of a story there too. I mean, he was only 100 damage ahead of John, but when you're able to recover that much and stay on the armor, you know, you can eat a hell of a lot more. Worked out well for him. All right.
Yeah, very deceiving when you look at damage. Yep. It's all about that armor pickup.
I mean, they were both doing a pretty good job of routing around each other and getting into a position where they could get that first shot. I don't think either player was really the dominant one when it came to sort of the mind games. But yeah, items, John just was not committing to much at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge difference. 22-2.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just not going to win a lot. You're not going to win duels like that.
It's
You're
like one of
just-
my matches.
just not.
Jeez.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
All right.
looked like something Rafa did to me, man. It's dirty. It's
Well,
dirty.
I'm sure KGB is happy to hear that, but we're going to be going into Blood Run here for the second map. And they didn't switch sides. Thank you guys for not doing that. I hate it when you guys do that.
Pretty standard picks.
Yeah. We are at that point where, yeah, there's a pretty standard setup, and I'm actually not surprised, but it's a little interesting that Visor is actually one of those mainstays now. I mean, he's a little bit of a one-trick pony. He's good for the anti-Nyx, but Nyx is so dominant that, yeah, you need something there for sure. And, you know, he's got a great stack and great sound effects whenever he walks around, making him an automatic choice for
I
me.
think people. I mean, I think people have realized he's very well balanced, and you know his ability. I mean, even if you're not countering a Nyx, just having that little peek of where your opponent is, where they're going, it's huge in a duel, right? And you can make that decision to cut them off or what have you, or use it for defensive means to keep yourself away from somebody who's in control. So there's a lot of uses in duel. I certainly think it's very Visor's. I'm not surprised he's a popular pick.
Absolutely not. And of course, we're saying that as neither of these guys got the pick, but we do have KGB on a Galena once again. I do like that. As we're watching.
I always like to see where they put the totem sound, because if you put them out slick, there's really nothing you can. By the time you see it, it's too late.
Mind games for sure. A lot of rocket splash coming KGB's way. Nice spam from John. He's looking for a little bit of retaliation, but KGB's got to be really careful. Oh, that armor barely saving his life. And now that he's stuck back here, we might actually see some aggression coming out of John. But, you know, Nyx will do what Nyx does, and he's going right in for the armor and completely sideswiped. Nicely done from John.
Yeah, nice rocket jump up to the tribal platform to get a better angle, and a rail to get the finish. Recognizing his opponent was low and desperate.
I've been there. We've got Ranger back up for KGB now. Taking a look here at John, who is doing a better job of at least paying attention to the items this time around. He's going to be a little bit early on the Mega, but is not punished for it. And he's going to be looking for that next large armor here. But we might have KGB right on it. And just like the last map on Sarnath, we're not seeing John get too aggressive on any of these item traps. Even if he is going for the pickups a bit more often. He's looking for the spam on the staircase. He's like just daring him to show up and chasing down for the rail. Where's the switch over to LG? There it is finally, but he ends up taking a rail for his own trouble. Down to 4 HP. Is this Mega going to be anything like a good idea? No. No, it won't. Simple as that.
Yeah, kind of running down there. So little health. Oh my gosh, good charge though. He knows his opponent doesn't have much, but he doesn't get it.
Nice.
Oh, just nice. Way to stay calm by Shadow Master there and land the rockets he needed to without blowing himself up.
And there's no easy Mega or armor for John to pick up on his last life here as the clutch. He's going to need to wait a bit and make sure he's got weapons, make sure he's in a good position for the next fight. But again, I don't know if his timing is exactly on point. He's going to hear the Mega taken away, so for the next one, great. A nice rocket jump there out of KGB. He's back into it with a little bit of a help from the rail from John. But there's that armor, there's the Mega. He's got everything to push forward. And yeah, we saw the shield used immediately as John spawned up, meaning he didn't have it as a lifeline.
Yeah, I like to push there with the lightning gun, just pretty much daring him, right, to land all those railgun shots. Just, I dare you to hit all these shots while I'm pinning you with the lightning gun, and yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Round
Yeah.
2, fight.
Looking for the shot on the Mega. KGB's actually opening with the Galena this time, which I do like. Do we get a totem down here in the blood? Oh, it's down to 25. Cheeky. Dig it. All right, but it's a Nyx for John here. And they're both losing track of each other a little bit. KGB is looking for the shot over by Rocket Launcher. That one rocket will certainly tell the story. And yeah, one thing that gets really interesting as a counter to Galena is avoiding the totems, obviously, but not necessarily destroying them automatically. You don't want to reveal to your opponent where you're at that moment. Oh, it didn't look the right way coming out of the teleporter. Ends up taking a ton of damage. Fortunately, he can recover on the 225 orbs as well as armor, but armor's now taken away by John. He's got the heavy, and in 15 seconds, he might have a chance here on the Mega.
Nice rail.
Especially after that rail. Yeah, that might win
surprised.
for him.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was surprised if he doesn't pop Invis right now and go for a kill.
Pwah. Yeah, he's going to have to leave it, so Mega should be in John's hands here. We're going to see any damage coming out of KGB. Yes, we are. 6 damage. Still looking for the rail, and yeah, John was still hanging out there.
Yeah, just trying to land that finishing shot. He couldn't get the one he liked and took some damage instead.
Oof. So armor taken away.
Oh, nice.
Health taken away. But you can see that KGB's having to rely on these totems every single step of the way. He's just taking so much pressure damage from John. Such a huge difference from Sarnath, where KGB was able to pretty much run around the map with no real no opposition. Here, John is definitely keeping him in the corner.
Do not die yet.
That's going to be a catch here. Where's the Shadow Walk? Down to 4 HP. That was risky for both of them.
1 health.
1 health. I don't even have a pixel
4
left there
health.
for John. Jeez.
Blessed.
You're both getting out of there. It's just so close at that point.
All right, there's the damage. Here comes the double jump. Double jump denied by KGB.
Nice.
Totem's ready.
Good steal. Good steal. You
Yeah.
know, he can't grab it while invis.
Nope. All right, he had to see that totem get knocked off. And yeah, he can hear him up by the armor as well. It's so cool that sound cues are super important in Quake again. Like, even picking up an hourglass will tell your opponent exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
A little bit off the timing on that Mega, and he ends up paying for it with some stack. Armor's going to be up, but no, John comes around the corner. Instead of going for the armor, he comes back in for one more shot when he cannot take it. As a Nyx, you have to be hyper aware of that at all times.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have. I don't know about you, but I've been tagged with rails plenty of time going to that rocket launcher area.
Yeah.
You got to be really careful looking down this hallway, right? All the way down to Mega and Lightning Gun. It's a shooting gallery. I mean, and people love to snipe rail down it. I mean, they really do.
Quake World will train you out of that pretty quickly, not to stick up on that platform for too long. The rockets come so fast, and they will bounce you around like nothing else. Nice. It was a great rocket. A little bit of a follow-up with the LG. Couldn't quite finish it on account of Clutch's shield, but that was a lot of stack to knock off. KGB's going quiet here. There's just over a minute to go, but he's only 1 frag up. He knows he's dealing with a clutch. Ooh, a clutch that just railed him. Jeez. Nice shot. Almost 5 seconds left to armor. John might be making a move.
So I think John's thinking, get this armor and then just go hyper aggressive here in this last 50 seconds. Hyper aggressive and hyper aggressive towards Mega. If you can, he's got him. He's got this. Oh.
And if you can force your opponent to hurt themselves with a rocket, that's good stuff too. John's still a little bit
missed
weak.
Opportunity there.
Had to hear. Oh no, KGB going. Oh, he didn't see me. He didn't see me. I'm out of here. Nice rail. Can still leave it. 30 seconds for KGB to make something happen. I'm sorry, for John to make something happen. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the first donk that Galen has gotten out of these totems so far here. But it doesn't take many. You ever put 2 totems on the top of the Mega Health jump pad on Blood Covenant? It's worth it.
Not 2. Not 2.
Yeah. All right, 2-0 here on Blood Run. As KGB is close to not only map point, but match point.
Round begins in
Looking strong.
3, 2.
Looking more. No,
One.
2. He's definitely been playing more consistent.
Yeah.
John's had his moments, though, for sure on this map. But overall, it's just Shadow Master, KGB, just Just getting the better of things a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, just this slight. I mean, they're pretty even on armor pickups, but
I'm amazed at how many
three
fights.
more mega healths.
It's crazy how much damage John just took from the tri-bolt there, but also like at the very beginning there were so many fights that almost happened, but both players realized, nah, not worth it.
You're never going to win.
There's that rocket to find him
Man.
though. Came back in to see what was up.
Yeah. Well, he definitely got to see their rocket. He got a good view of that rocket as it's coming in. So.
Nice.
Oh, hanging out a little long there. That was a little error.
Impressive.
Oh, he got away with it. That was close.
Clutch is
Or,
going to need to pick up
KGB.
a ton of 25 orbs to get back up to anything near natural. Still puts him in the danger zone here as KGB is looking for the rail hit. He's going to hear him upstairs. Going to look for him on the catwalk coming through the teleporter. Should be able to, yeah, be careful there. Did he hear the drop? He didn't hear the drop.
No, he didn't.
That used to be the big thing to listen for. Was that, ugh. That was everything. Oh, nice shot with the dash off the stairs. Just too fast to react to for KGB. As he's going to be recovering here. But look at this. This is the push forward from John. This is the aggression we wanted to see out of him. Can he make the hit, though? Or will KGB clutch it out? She's that LG. There's the LG we wanted to see. As John's now on the run. 20 health for KGB, and he doesn't know it.
Nice little invis to get that armor and
Yeah.
get aggressive during that whole fight.
So Mecha should be heard by John. He was able to get a lot of 25s, though. There's the shield. KGB's just daring him to walk back into the atrium. It's like, all right, cool, you can take the shield, but do you really want to go plus forward here? Not so much. Taken on down. That leaves Ranger left alive over by the rocket launcher of all things, which means that he could be taken out. He's able to make his escape, but he's also going to be cut off from anything really important back here. Yikes.
Ain't that real? Oh, but the LG. Nice LG by KGB. Again, I like when people just dare somebody to hit all the rail shots like that. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, great. If they hit, right? If they hit 3 in a row, 4 in a row, I mean, you just tip your cap and say, hey, great shooting. If you can do that with a lightning gun in your face, good for you. But 9 times out of 10, or even more than that, you're probably not going to hit those shots.